everybody! Today we're going to make some sculptures. And before you watch this video, I want you to take a look at the slideshow that I put together in Google Classroom about an artist named Alexander Calder. A lot of his artwork is in Philadelphia and all around the country and around the world. Take a look at that and that'll give you some ideas of what we're going to do today. So here's my finished piece of art. It's abstract. That means it's not really anything. It looks cool. It might remind you of things, but we're not making like a house or a flower or a dog. We're not making a thing. We're just putting pieces together and having fun and making a 3D object or a sculpture. When you're done, if you really want to, you could actually find a sturdy piece of your sculpture, poke a hole in it, and hang it by a string, and then it becomes a mobile. And a mobile is a sculpture that hangs and moves. Babies sometimes have a mobile in their crib. All right, so how do we do this? All we need are two things. We need a box, like a cereal box. These are graham crackers, or like pasta box, some kind of a cardboard box that's easy to cut. Ask permission first, and some scissors. So I'm gonna take the cereal out of here. Dumping out, there's some crumbs in there. All right, dumping that out, and then we just open up our box. Okay, then we need to cut into it. We wanna save this nice flat surface. So I'm cutting on the corner. This is a little tricky. This is probably the hardest of the whole thing. This part you might need an adult for if you're younger. Okay, so now I have some more crumbs. Now I have my surface to work with. This is my cutting surface. All right, so we have to start with the base. This sculpture is on a triangle. So you could start with a triangle, a circle, or a square, some kind of a simple shape to start with. So you're gonna cut a long strip of your box. And I'm actually just gonna use this end here. Try to cut straight, but you know, it's fine if it's not. All right, so here's my piece. I'm gonna cut these like folded ends off. Those are kind of annoying, so get rid of those. All right, so let's do a circle. So what we wanna do, I'm gonna fold it in a circle like this, and we need the pieces to connect to each other. So I need this piece to slide into this other piece. So we're gonna cut two slits. So it's kind of like, here's a cut, and they're gonna slide together like this, and interlock. And that's how they're gonna hold themselves together. So we have to cut, I'm gonna draw, here's a marker, so you can see. You don't have to draw yours, but you can see, I'm going to do one cut from the bottom here, and the other end has to be coming down from the top, okay? And they should both go about halfway. Okay. Now I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm going to slide this cut into that cut. All right. And I'm going to try to slide it all the way down. Now, see how it doesn't go quite all the way to the bottom? That means I need to make one of the cuts just that much longer. I'm gonna cut this a little bit more. That's pretty good. Now, this is actually like a fish shape, which is totally fine. But if I want it to be a circle and I want these things to be hidden, I'm take it apart. Oh, there we go, that was tight. I'm gonna take it apart. I'm actually gonna kind of fold it in like this, so that this is on the inside, this is on the outside, and this guy reaches over like this. There we go. So this is my base, okay? And I can add anything I want onto here. So I already made a triangle, and you can make a triangle by doing your folds first, or you could take a circle and bend it into a triangle. You could even bend your circle into a square. But I already made a triangle, so I'm gonna see if I can attach these together. So where do they line up? Okay, there and there. That's where I'm gonna make some cuts. Just a little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it If you want to use a pencil to make marks, you could do that. So there's a cut. I'm going to put a mark there. And, where's my other cut? There it is. I'm going to put a mark right there. I'm going to make 2 more cuts. And remember, this is just abstract. It can be whatever. When I made my crazy thing, I had no idea what it was going to look like. And that's fine. All right, so it helps to kind of bend these just a little bit. All right, there's one. Here's the other one. I'm sliding it down. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces. And they stand up pretty well. This one's floating off the ground, and I like how that looks. Now you could cut more pieces off. I'm going to cut a really long one. And again, I don't like these ends where the box was folded, so I'm just going to cut those off. Maybe I could do a big thing like this. I could bend, and all you have to do is, okay, where do I want this to connect? And that's where you cut 2 pieces. So I want it to go here. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut here. Not a big cut. It's only about that much, okay? And I wanted it to go like this. All right, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it. By the way, when we cut, this is the strongest part of your scissors. So if you're using the very front of your scissors and it's hard for you, use the back. All right, and it looks crazy. I'm sticking the scissors all the way in here. Whoopsie. But I'm just cutting a tiny slit. I'm not squeezing them all the way shut. I just did a tiny little cut. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get this in here, slide it in there. It helps to bend this a little bit. All right, that's nice and snug. You really want to make sure that it's not like this, right? This piece of cardboard has to go in this cut, but this has to be open too, and they have to slide all the way down, so they're really locked. And then I lost my other cut, guys. Okay, there it was, right here. And this was gonna go right here. Sometimes you gotta wiggle it. There we go. Get it in there. I feel like that's not it. That was not my other cut. No, it was here. But just have fun with it. I don't really have a plan for this. That's cool for now. I could add more. Something I did when I was kind of happy with how it looked is I just did little cuts, and I made tons of these spiky things, and I just slid them all down, and each little spike has its own cut in it, right? So they're still interlocking. Here I did a whole bunch of rectangles, and that really makes it look kind of neat when it's finished. Something I had a problem with this, when I made this, it was falling over. And so if that happens to you, you have to think, if it's falling this way, you need to put more things over here to even out the weight. So this is a problem-solving activity. It's super duper fun. It's not really colorful. You could use markers if you wanted to add color when it's done, but you don't have to. This is just a fun problem-solving sculpture activity. And again, if you want to poke a hole in it and hang it, you can do that too. I would really love to see your pictures of these when they're done. Just try your best, have fun, and it's abstract, which means anything goes. Do whatever you want, just have fun. I would love to see how many pieces you can fit together. I'd love to see if you can make it super tall or super wide. I'm really curious what you guys end up doing with this. So please email me some pictures at merediths@hpca.org. All right, have fun, good luck, bye.